Brings us to the heavyweight match. Calden Ingris, he's a junior. He's a defending state champ from DMA, 42-4, first in the Indy, 3-0, pin in the semis. He won 3-0 in the semis, 2 other pins. Brock Rhodes, he's from Caravel. He was 215 most of the season. He bumped up here at the end of the season. It really paid off. He's in the finals. He's 46-7, a junior, third in the Indy. He had a beautiful pin in the semis of Baynard from Laurel. So Rhodes is hot, and he's up from 215, Dan. What do you see going on in this match?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. Rhodes is definitely undersized, as you mentioned, being at 215, but he didn't just beat Baynard in the semis. He also beat the wrestler from William Penn, who was extremely tough. DeNigris is a big wrestler. He's got to get his feet moving. If he can get his feet moving and get him underneath, I think he has a chance, but he definitely can't let DeNigris control the ties. He's got to move his feet to make DeNigris move his.
Looking at the finals, St. Mark's has 4 in the finals. DMA has 4. Cape and Sussex Central each have 3. Lake and Sal's 2. Everyone else has got 1. So some of the problems I think Brock Rhodes is going to run into, the length of DeNigris is just really good for a heavyweight.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal football player. And he's long, he's lanky, but he's solid, and he knows how to hand fight. Rhodes is going to have to really, really try to control the hand fight and move, just like a boxer would. And he's already doing a little bit of that. But I think as this match goes on, it favors Rhodes. If he can escape a 0-0 first period, I think that's a win for him.
Absolutely. And like we said, Calden Ingris, defending state champ from DMA. Dad Chris wrestled in high school. A lot of family ties coming out here. And DeNigris getting recruited by Ivy League schools as a left tackle. And we know so well that wrestling helps you play football.
Yes, it does. And I love the idea of Ivy League. You can be a good wrestler and a good football player, but if your grades aren't good, they're not going to recruit you. So a couple guys so far tonight have already being recruited by some top-notch schools with some top-notch educational programs, so we love to see that.
Rhodes, an excellent all-state football player. He's a middle linebacker for Caravel. They won the state championship last year. They got a juggernaut going on down in Bear. DeNigris stuffing the shot from Rhodes. This is where it's really tough for Rhodes to score from that position, but he works his way out.
Yeah, he does, and I like what he did there. Is he attacked that low elbow by DeNigris. I didn't think that was an ideal position for him to be under, to be carrying that weight, but for him to attack that elbow and almost look for like a little sucker drag peek out position could be something he looks at in the future.
I've been real impressed by DeNigris' snap to his underhook.
Yep.
That's got to make you dizzy. 15 seconds left in the first period. No score in this heavyweight state title. It's Brock Rhodes against Calden Ingris.
Interested to see what happens here. Who's going to get choice?
And heavyweight, so important.
It is.
So important. Flip of the coin.
Let's talk about some of the place winners in this class here. In 8th place, Jaleel Settles from St. George's. In 7th place, Aiden Zellman from St. Mark's. In 6th place, DK Ortede from Middletown. In 5th place, Yuli
Chichi,
sorry.
That's all right.
And then in 4th place, Jarqueen Torres Alexander. And in 3rd place, Joseph Baynard from Laurel. So there's some tough names there for me to get through.
Here we are, back to live action. Congratulations to all the place winners. And Rhodes takes down DeNigris on top. He's putting a pretty good ride together. He keeps the pressure on Rhodes. Rhodes might have a long second period.
Yeah, carrying this weight can really wear on you. If he can elevate that leg, he's got something here, but he's got to get that height on that leg. The wrestler who gets height here wins here.
Minute 30 left in the second period. Rhodes started on bottom. DeNigris still riding him. No score, 0-0. As far as heavyweights go, this is a very strategic match.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna come down to who's gonna wrestle a mistake-free match or make less mistakes. As this period goes on and as this match goes on, fatigue for the big boys starts to set in, and who can persevere through that. I love heavyweights going down first. When they're tired in the third, it can be difficult when you're carrying that weight. So I think if Rhodes can get to his feet here, he's got something going on.
Yeah, Rhodes really impressed me. It's not easy going from 215 to heavyweight. He's done it seamlessly. He knocked off some higher-ranked guys, like you mentioned, Dan. And here he is in the state finals. He's only a junior. So he's put himself in a really good position. Denegris putting together a good ride, though. A minute 30 so far. He's been on top. There's only 22 seconds left. Can he finish on top? It's so important to finish these periods off strong.
He did a nice job of circling the wrestler from Caravel back to the center. But he got a warning for stalling. In the heavyweight matches, stallings come into play a lot because if the heavyweight gets to their feet, it can be problematic.
Referee Casey Sawyer with the stall call in the second period, but Denegris, quick breakdown. He puts Rhodes back to his belly. Rhodes are going to have to start basing up to try and get out of here. This escape point is huge. Denegris absolutely controlled that period.
Yeah, that was a good ride and a good period by him. You can see it on Rhodes a little bit. That was a lot to carry.
That'll take the starch out of you.
That'll take the starch out of you.
Denegris right down. He says, I want bottom. I want to get out. Finish this match on my feet.
Yeah, and Rhodes is going to go optional here.
Denegris faces him, gets his 1 point. He goes up 1-0. 7 seconds it took him to escape. Rhodes is going to have to get a takedown to win this match.
Yeah, this is going to be decided on their feet. It's important to note that Denegris has been hit for stalling. So Rhodes is going to have to come after him, either chase a takedown or chase another stall call, but he's got to start firing some offense.
If he can push it and get a stall call, he could tie this match up.
Exactly.
Push it to overtime. Denegris comfortable in these situations, though. He had a great semifinal match against Chi-Chi. Came right down to the wire. They both went flying into the stands almost.
Yeah, that's a lot of mass coming at you in the bleachers if you're a spectator. That wasn't part of your ticket price.
Excellent job by Denegris. Little good movement on his feet. He spins behind Rhodes, picks up a takedown. He goes up 3-0. Only a minute left in the third period. Denegris looking for his second state title. He's only a junior.
Rhodes keeps going back and grabbing that ankle. He's got to try to elevate it. And he's got to put together a couple moves on bottom here if he wants a chance to get out on Denegris.
You really got to think the weight advantage was huge in Denegris' favor here. He's just kept the pressure on him. Rhodes has absolutely not been able to get out from bottom.
Well, and he does a good job of keeping his hips square. When you square your hips up with hip pressure in, it feels like the weight of the world coming down on you. It's not just you're not just carrying the weight of somebody's chest. It's those whole core area and legs. It's difficult to deal with.
Denegris trying to roll that wrist, looking for a little bit of a spot rod. Casey Sawyer keeping a very close eye, and he's thinking about banging him again for stalling, but only 16 seconds left in the match.
He's got a wrist on the back here. This is an offensive movement. He's going to ride this one out, and he's going to be on the way to his second state title.
DMA fans on their feet. So there's your 2024 heavyweight state champ for Delaware Military Academy. The second of the night. They have two more finalists coming up.
Great sportsmanship again by both guys. Love to see it. Denegris now a two-time state champion, and kudos to Brock Rhodes for bumping up against the big guys.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for Brock Rhodes. He's a junior. He's got another year, put in the work, hit the weight room, and be back here in the heavyweight match again. 3-1, not a bad match.